Hi, I'm back again with a Sailor Uranus cake. I decided to go with bananas for her because A, bananas are kind of yellow, or we perceive them as yellow, and B, they're very soft, and I associate them with comfort food. And even though Sailor Uranus is she has a very hard exterior and seems very powerful and strong on the inside, Haruka is actually very soft-hearted, especially when compared to her counterpart Sailor Neptune. So bananas. I'm starting this banana cake in a food processor, so that's 2 bananas in a food processor, and let me fit the top on properly. There you go. And pulse those. And then I'm going to add some sugar, about 3/4 of a cup of sugar to the bananas. The recipe that's in the Joy of Cooking, by the way, that I'm using, the order of operations of adding the ingredients was kind of weird, so I deviated. I'm cracking in 2 eggs, and I'm going to process that. And now, the recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of sour cream, but I didn't have sour cream, so I used lemon juice and lemon zest instead. It also did call for lemon zest. Now, I need to stop here and say, this did not work very well. The cake wound up tasting basically just like lemon cake instead of banana. It was still very delicious. It still worked with yellow, but don't do that. Use sour cream. I learned from Mary Berry that if you add cake flour to the batter at this stage, it prevents curdling. So a spoonful of cake batter, flour, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Process, I'm speaking English so good today, pulse in your food processor and then scrape it down. Now I'm adding 1.5 sticks of softened butter. And again, usually you'd add this towards the beginning of the stage, but for some reason it's towards the end. And then I'm emptying this into a bigger bowl and adding not enough yellow food coloring. That already wasn't enough, and so I added a bunch more. And even then, after I baked it up and cut it open, it still wasn't that yellow on the inside, so maybe not do that. 2 cups minus a spoonful of cake flour, and then some salt and 1 teaspoon each of baking powder and baking soda. I mix it on the top like this so I don't have to dirty up a separate bowl for the dry ingredients. I think that's rather clever of me. Most cookbooks don't take into consideration cleanup afterwards. So you fold that until it is a batter that is smooth. And these are my 3 new cake pans. Aren't they lovely? I've lined them with parchment paper. My last cake pans, A, I only had 2 of them and I wanted more than that. B, they weren't quite the standard 8-inch size, which kind of messed with recipes. And then C, they were tapered out at the edges, so I'd have to trim the edges when I'd make layer cakes, and it just got super messy. Anyway, I put those in a 350-degree oven for 15 to 20 minutes. And then we're going to come back and make a cashew cream. So I have about 1.5 cups of cream here. I'm not really measuring. And a little vanilla extract, and I'm whipping it with my new KitchenAid mixer. I did not get one of the standing mixers because those things are way too expensive. Added a little powdered sugar to that, and I'm just making a whipped cream. I decided on the cashew cream because A, I thought it would go well with the bananas and the blueberries, but B, look at that color. That's basically the same color as Sailor Uranus's hair. So I kind of thought, oh, that would be a neat inspiration there. This stuff is pretty stiff. I got it at Winco. It's tasty too. And I'm doing about, a 1.5 cups of cashew butter in this bowl. And as you can see, it's very sticky and tacky, and we're going to lighten it up with a little bit of that whipped cream. And it looks like it's totally not going to mix at first, and you're questioning your life's choices. But after a while, if you stick with it, it looks like cat vomit. And then you add that to the rest of the whipped cream. And again, at first it's going to seem like it's not going to combine and become a cohesive substance, but just be patient with it and gently fold it, and eventually you'll have this nice, light, aerated cashew cream that is very delicious. I'm going to use this again. So there's one of the layers of the banana cake. You want a healthy dollop of this mixture, 2 cups of it probably. I'm not really good at measuring. Estimating, that is. Wow, my English is great. And then blueberries, because they're dark blue and Sailor Uranus is dark blue, and I am using blueberries for all of them. Pipe a little extra layer on the outside so that your layers sit more evenly, and then repeat the process. So yeah, I'm kind of upset that more foods aren't dark blue because I have to use blueberries for everything. Pipe another layer, and then you may have noticed I kind of add extra blueberries in just because I want people to notice that there's blueberries in between the layers. And then pipe 8 giant rosettes of the cashew cream on top and put a blueberry on top of each, and you got your Sailor Uranus cake. It didn't turn out exactly as I wanted, but it still was very delicious. See you next month!